Hi, I'm Robert Lowe. This is my persuasive speech, and this is my audience.
Hi, I'm Lindsay.
I'm Robbie.
Alex. Rob.
Christina.
Okay, so skilled trades versus college. First, we're going to start out by asking a question. Does encouraging students to take the college track, despite the very long odds, do more harm than good to them? Would it be a shock for you to know that skilled tradesmen make within 5% of college-bearing jobs? They make 5% of their salary, or within 5%, sometimes more. And over the next years, supply and demand shows us that there is a need for these skilled trades. The MI Skills Gap Census reports only 1.4 out of 3.4 million jobs in trades will be filled, or expected to fill. The U.S. to be short 2 million trade workers over the next decade. I show that here so you can see the skilled production workers as of today is 54%. By 2020, 63%. It goes up 9% of all skilled trades jobs. And here, as far as age goes, candidates to enter, percentage of executives that are offered jobs based on their performance and if they have college or not, or whether they have a degree or not. It doesn't change that drastically, whether you have it or not. But what does change drastically is the college debt, the student loan debt that you rack up compared to skilled trades. And fun facts that, like Josh Wright says from Forbes magazine, most of our skilled workers are between age 44 and 65. If you think it's hard to fill these jobs now, imagine how hard it's going to be when that age group, that age demographic retires, and you don't have anybody to fill those shoes. So that brings me to my next point: is how do we fix this? Like, what's our solution? So both skilled labor and degree individuals or job tracks, they need each other. It's a mutual relationship where, for instance, an engineer and a technician. An engineer designs something, a technician builds something. If an engineer designs it and nobody can build it, then it's kind of pointless to have. And vice versa, if there's a bunch of skilled labor and nobody to design it, nothing will get built right. So it's a mutual deal. But the issue here is that people tend to believe that skilled trades workers isn't a very glorified job, right? You think that, or in most cases, some think that skilled trades don't get paid as much. And there's also like, people don't respect the guy that comes and cleans out your toilets or pumps your sewer system. And not a lot of people strive to be that when they're in high school and moving up through their life. But we need that. And to get that, we need to put steps in place and change the way that high schools or society in itself is presenting these options to kids coming up. So where does that take us in the future? So if we can even the two job tracks, and we get, for instance, there's a kid in school that he struggles, and he's barely making it by. And he's taught that he has to go to college, and that's his plan. That's where he needs to be. His future is college. And he goes, and he racks up student debt. And not only that, but little stuff like this that Mike Pichelli says with Slate Post, that remedial classes are offered at colleges, even for students who just graduated high school. Which, that tells me that they're kind of set up to fail already. If you get straight out of high school and you go straight into college in your starting core curriculum, and you already need remedial classes to learn what you learned in high school, then there's a good chance you don't need to be in college. But instead of driving them to go there, driving them to rack up debt, we need to focus them on another path that would make them successful. Whether that be some kind of skilled trade or some office management, who knows, anything it could be. But there's other paths that need to be presented to people. So one thing we can do is we can make skilled trades more desirable. We can increase their base salary and make the option available for them to where they make more money. And with more money, people want more jobs. And we can also change the way society looks at that skilled job. We can also change the schooling a little for the skilled jobs. Some skilled jobs, the state laws don't require licenses. Some state jobs don't require all of this. We can make that a requirement to where whenever you get a skilled worker, he's skilled. He's what he says he is. He's gone to school. He's gone to OJT, and most of these schools are 3 to 5 years. It takes 3 to 5 years to get through a lot of these skilled trade schools. That's almost equivalent to college. So if we can visualize the future, we reduce the low class of society by presenting everybody with the same opportunity. And some people take the path of college. Some people have another option, and that option is a skilled trades area, where we're going to better society. We're going to even up supply and demand. It brings the lower market down and the lower class people up, because those people have jobs available for them. And jobs that aren't just low-paying jobs that are pointless work that nobody else wants to do. These jobs are respected and well-paid, and that's our goal. Thank you very much.